Hi and welcome to another video. In this video we're going to talk about water and how important and how you go about it in your land. So the first one is Colodец, or a water well. This is a really common feature of Russian houses, and it's probably one of the cheapest methods you could do to get water into your property. Unlike the well that I'm showing here with a traditional bucket on, that's not quite the way it works. What usually happens is there is a pump in the house, and that pumps water from the well through a filter into your house, and there's a thousand different ways of doing that, and we'll come on to that when I actually build the house and start putting them systems in. The next thing we're talking about is a Skvajina, and this is a bore well, I suppose you'd call it in English. And a man comes along with a big truck and a apparatus, and they drill into the ground. It costs about 5,000 rubles per meter, depending on your region, area. Some places a bit cheaper, some places more expensive. And the depth of that well, again, is dependent on region, area. There's a whole list of factors that I'm beyond that I can explain here in a video. That's a good way of doing it. They put a pump at the bottom of the well. There's nuances with that, in the fact that it has to be maintained, cleaned, etc. And you would get advice from the people who put in the well. But basically, it's a pump at the bottom of a big hole. Pumps water straight into your house through a filter. The last one is central water. So piped straight in from the government straight into your house. That you need to check on when you're buying the land, is to see if it's got water available, how much it costs, etc. It can be very, very expensive. It can be very cheap. Sometimes available, sometimes it's not. On a new settlement, not. They'll either write on the advert Колодец or Centralny Vady or Skvajina. They'll write on what's available in there. Well, anything's available apart from central water. You know, it's your choice whether you use a water well, a traditional water well, or a bore well. Some things I'd like to say about advantages, disadvantages of bore wells and Colodец traditional. Traditional well is very simple to put in. It's usually about 6 concrete rings they put into the ground, and then there's a pump in the house. The good thing about this, it's cheap and it's fast. They can do it in a day, and the pump's in the house. The bad things are there is a pump in your house every time you turn on the tap. The pump's blaring away. It's noisy. So if you've got somebody who goes for a pee and like flushes the toilet, and the water pump starts pumping, and it wakes everybody up. So kind of disciplining the house with that. Of course, the other way to do it is to put a pump directly into the well. That's the other way of doing it. There's lots of ways of doing it. Skvajina, the water bore, is a good system because the water is clean. It's coming straight up. So it's a much cleaner way, and there's a more volume of water you can get. It never runs out. Whereas a well, you could run out in summer, or the ground's frozen in winter and you don't get water in winter. So with a water well, you're always looking at the water. You can't just open a tap and forget about it. You can't water the garden from it, things like that. You must be careful what's tipped onto the ground near the well. If you bought a plot of land next to some kind of industrial area, what are they pouring into the ground there? Is it going to affect your well? Things like that. Location of the well, is it right next door to the fence, to your neighbours? What are they doing on the ground there? There's all kinds of things like that. All kinds of things affect it. It can vary from one place to another. From my house, for example, we run a water well, and the water is clean all the time. Very rarely run out. Across the road, which is only about from the well to their well, is about maybe 100 meters, and their well is full of a yellow stuff that stinks, some kind of metal. How it got there, whether there's a deposit there or what, we don't know, but it's made it unusable. They've having to build a new well. So you never know with these things what's going to happen. But that's a short overview of the different systems. Central water is obviously top notch because you're not messing around with anything. You've got full pressure and what have you.